All right, Coach. First off, congratulations, a 29-13 win over Mississippi Valley State. And before I get into questions, let's just start off with your thoughts on the win.
Well, anytime you win a college football game, that's a huge, that's a nice accomplishment for us. Start off the season 1-0. I thought we played really clean. I have to take my hat off to our coaching staff. We played without a turnover, and we played with only 3 penalties. So really pleased with that. I thought we could have made more big plays. I wish we were a little more explosive. We missed some opportunities to take some really good shots at these guys, and we weren't able to pull the trigger. I thought our quarterback played well. I thought he showed some toughness, which to me is where it all starts in that position. I thought we sort of took what they gave us too. They encouraged us to throw the ball underneath, and we did that a lot. But we had good ball security. I thought our running backs ran hard. Mississippi Valley's they're really athletic, and they've got really good team speed, and so I thought they had a pretty good plan against us. But all in all, very pleased with our guys. We've worked hard through camp, through the summer, and so it's just really nice to start off 1-0.
You mentioned Beau Allen, and he threw for 3 touchdown passes, but big part of that was some catches that that big number 7 was making on the outside. Jaden Smith was really good. I think he had 95 yards and 3 touchdown catches. Makes a big difference to a quarterback when a guy can go up and get it like that. What does that bring to an offense?
Yeah, we knew what we watched him all through camp do that, and so I had a good idea that he would be able to do that, on game day, and really, really proud of him. Old Gabe Douglas, he had 5 catches for 125 yards, and he brought some explosiveness. We've still got to get better down in the red zone. We are just real average down there right now. I probably need to call better plays, and we got to get things done a little better down there. But all in all, I think we made about 6.5 yards a snap, which is not bad.
One more thing on Smith, he may make a lot of catches. He had 11 tonight. He may make a lot of catches here at Tarleton State University. I don't know if they'll make any better than that first one he got. What were your thoughts on that play?
Yeah, that from my vantage point, that looked like a nice catch. He's a really good player. He played well at Montana State, and so we're thankful to have him. I had thought going into tonight's game that with our skill positions on the offensive side of the ball, my feeling was that we were probably improved, and I believe we are. And so we've got a lot of work to do. But I thought that was one of the cleaner games that we've played now in some time. And so, hats off to our coaching staff to not turn the ball over and only make 3 penalties.
You mentioned throughout the offseason how you felt like, you returned 4 or 5 starters to that offensive line. How did you feel they played today, and how much of a difference does it make to have that kind of continuity when you've got so many returning that played together for so long?
Yeah, it sure looked like they played well. And we've got I think we've got a good offensive line. And I think we'll continue to improve. We got to keep those guys healthy. Those guys have played a lot of football around here. So I was very pleased with their effort. And, our expectations are really high for that group. And so I thought our running backs ran hard. We played 4 guys. I don't know that we'll always play 4 guys, but I was really proud they were. I was a little worried about those guys and if they were going to show up and be a little selfish or anything like that. But I thought they really put the team first, and every one of them. Their main focus was going out and getting a win for our team tonight.
One of the other things you talked about the quarterback and Beau Allen. I thought that was one of the key things we were looking for today. The other was the new defensive coordinator, Tyrone Nix. Obviously, the team under 300 yards, 13 points on the night. What did you see from the defense?
Well, I thought they had a real solid outing. I think they let their guard down a little bit there late on that one run down the boundary. I'm not sure what happened, but it bounced around the left end there, and we had a couple of guys that thought the play was over. I thought they played hard, and I know our defensive staff will get that graded. And I thought Mississippi Valley, I thought their offensive line played pretty well. They've got good backs. They had the best running back in the SWAC a year ago, and those backs can play for a lot of folks, I think. So I think Mississippi Valley's got a pretty solid team. They went 4-7 a year ago and almost won 5 or 6, and I think they're improved this year.
The special teams is good tonight. Jake Walrath, of course, has been good punting the last couple of years, but I thought you got a really good performance from your Guzman hits 2 long field goals in this game, and at points in a game when you needed those field goals. Can you talk about what your kicker did tonight?
Yeah, well, I was certainly proud of those field goals. Not really excited about missing an extra point. Our expectation, and I think rightfully so, I think you ought to almost go the whole season without missing an extra point. That ought to be almost automatic. So we hate to see that, but those 2 field goals were really clutch, and he really hit those well. And so, kickers have a tough job, but it's critical that they go out and do their job. Like I said, those extra points, those need to be automatic for us. So, in the kicking game, we were real solid, and not very many errors there. The missed extra point would be one. I can't think of another one right off the top of my head, but I thought we played without a lot of mistakes. As our head coach, I'm really encouraged by that.
Put this one in your pocket, and you have played some of these Power 5 teams in the past, not here at Tarleton, but you've done that as you get ready for TCU. As you move to 1-0, what should Tarleton fans expect, and what do you look forward to about this game next week with TCU?
We're just very thankful. Very thankful to TCU for giving us the opportunity to come and play. It's going to be a great opportunity for our players and our program, and we're gonna get a really good idea. I think about where we are. And it's kind of the coach thing to say, but mainly we want to improve and get better, and just go fire our best shot. And week 2 of 11, and it's going to be just a great opportunity for our program, and to get to go. And I think TCU is one of the very best football programs in the country, and so it's just going to be a real honor for us to go over and be able to play those guys. And I just hope we can carry some of this taking care of the ball and playing clean and with us over there, and we're going to fire our best shot.
Coach, you certainly fired a pretty good shot tonight. Congrats on the 29-13 win, 1-0, and we will talk to you in a couple of days on the Coaches Show. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Well, Beau Allen, new starting quarterback for the Tarleton Texans, a pretty good debut, 23 of 39, 294 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the biggest thing, you get a W in your first game as a Tarleton Texan. Can you just talk about the game and what you saw out there tonight?
Yeah, it's definitely great to get the win. There's a lot of opportunity or a lot of areas that we need to improve. We capitalize on a lot of different kind of areas, but I'm really excited to see what we're going to be able to do. I'm really excited to be a part of this team, and I just can't wait to see what this team is able to do.
Numbers are fun to talk about, but one of the things that your head coach Todd Whitten mentioned in our interview just a couple of minutes ago is where he thinks it starts for quarterbacks, and that's what that is toughness. And he said he thought you showed a lot of it tonight, and that's where it all starts. Can you talk about how important being tough and being able to stand in there and take a hit is to be a quarterback here in college at the D1 level?
Yeah, I think it's important, and it's definitely easy to, I guess, I feel like I am a tough football player, but I got 5 guys in front of me that make it as easy as possible with different kind of guy, like defensive linemen coming at me and everything. But within this offense and the teachings I've gotten from Coach Austin and Coach Whitten, they've gave me all the tools and my guys on the outside, but the coaches here gave me all the mental tools to be able to hang in there and find out where to throw the ball and who to get the ball to, and just put the ball in the hands of the playmakers.
You did that tonight. You found a couple of playmakers. Gabe Douglas with over 100 yards receiving for the second time in his career, and a big debut not just for you, but for Jaden Smith. How about that catch to start off the game? Let's start there. You talk about a little bit about that play because he put his big paw up there and ripped that thing out the air.
Yeah, he's been. I know it still surprises me all the time. But he's been doing that kind of stuff for just the past month that we've been practicing together. But all our guys on the outside are. But I think today, Jaden got to showcase some of the stuff he was able to do. And I bet that plays on Sports Center top 10 plays. I'd be shocked if it would. But I mean, start up there and somehow that guy with those long arms and he can just go up and get it for you.
Makes it a lot easier to throw to a guy like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible.
You mentioned you've been here for a month, and everybody was really excited. You're a 4-star guy at quarterback. We've had a couple of those guys come in, guys like Steve Kelly and Cliff Watkins in the past here that have been really good players, but hadn't had that any time lately. You come over from Kentucky. You've only got, like I said, not even a month here in this offense. What has been the difference to make you look so comfortable tonight?
I think really just the teachings from the coaching staff and my confidence is kind of my it's offensive line's ability and the kind of chemistry I've gotten to be able to develop with our wide receivers. But I think just the work we've been able to put in over the past month, and we've been grinding day in and day out. And I think that's the most important part, just the kind of the trust that I've been able to develop. I've always had with the guys up front, but it's cool to see on a night like this when everything kind of comes into fruition and you're not really going against the same guys anymore. It's a little bit different, and you can kind of practice football as hard as you ever want. And kind of you can have scrimmages and camp and everything, but mostly for a quarterback in terms of getting hit and everything, you can't replicate it. But just the ways these coaches here coach me up and kind of gave me all the ins and outs of the offense and learning more, I think that they've just helped me an incredible amount. And playing with the teammates that we have in our offense, they made it so easy as well. And I was excited to see what this offense is able to do.
500 yards isn't a bad start, that's for sure, when it comes to the how about what kind of drills you've been doing for lead blocking? You did a little bit of that today and scared.
I just like sometimes when those cutbacks happen, sometimes you'll have an opportunity to, but and that can kind of help out the box a little bit. That's one thing like we do. Kind of sometimes I'll pull it out of the running back's hands and throw it, but if I can sometimes lead block or if there's a cutback opportunity and I can make a difference, and I think that can help us out and hopefully get something out of it.
Does Whit say anything to you when you do that?
He did. I'm sure he might. I don't know what he'll say about it. It's tomorrow or Saturday when we watch this together, but he hasn't said anything about it yet.
Okay. One last question. Next week it's TCU. First time that Tarleton will play a Power 5. You have been last couple of years, obviously, at Kentucky at a Power 5 schools. You played in games against Alabama. How will you use that knowledge that you have to kind of communicate what to expect for this team when you go into that game next week?
I say really that we're just going to go out there and play our game. We practice hard, and we've got guys, and we're just going to go out there and we're going to play our game. I think that we have an ability to. We have talent all over the field, but I'm extremely excited for this game, this upcoming game. After tonight, and that whistle blew. That's all I've been thinking about, and it's all what this team's been thinking about. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it, and this whole team's excited for it. I can't wait for this next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Well, Beau, after that debut, pretty solid one to say the least. I think Tarleton fans very excited to see what you have coming up in your career. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulate you on the win, Can't wait to watch you again next weekend, and have a good week of practice. We'll talk at you later.
Sounds great. Thank you. Go Texans.